Dear students, today I would like to teach you factor that led to the rise of nationalism. That is very important topic. In this video, I would like to give you very important information regarding William Jones, Max Muller, and one more H. Wilson. Three top class Indo personalities are there, and their contribution also I'll discuss in this video. First topic that led to the rise of nationalism in India. I think my students are familiar about nationalism. It is a kind of a feeling, love for own nation. And when unity came to existence, after that nationalism is spread far and wide. But the processing was very slow. In this video, I would like to teach you how many factors responsible for the growth of nationalism in India. First name I would like to mention the works of scholars, that is heading. In this one, I will discuss three scholars. First one, William Jones. William Jones, very outstanding personality. He was Indologist. He had lot of interest in Indian literature, and he wrote Institute of Hindu Law that was published in 1794, and Mohammedan Laws of Inheritance in 1794. To his contribution, that is that have lot of importance. And he translated Manu Smriti. I think my words are knowing about Manu Smriti. And Manu Smriti, written in Sanskrit, it was translated in English by William Jones. William Jones established Asiatic Society, and after that, when many Indian books had been translated by different authors, after that what happened? Indian got enlightenment. They knew about their past, and after that, self-respect and self-reliance came to existence, pride came to existence, and finally that strengthened the nationalism. That is point number one. Next point, the economic policies. That is William Jones. Next point I would like to teach you. Okay, please pay attention. Some sound is coming. I'm going to close the door then. First one, Max Muller. Second point that is very important. I am going to Max Muller. Max Muller was German historian, and he had lot of interest in Indian religion and Indian culture. He also translated some part of Rig Veda, and Rig Veda, when he studied Rig Veda, after that he got lot of enlightenment, and finally he favored Indian culture and Indian religion. Next important person, that H. Wilson. Before H. Wilson, two more important work done by Max Muller I would like to mention here. Religion of India, Sacred Book of East and Sacred Book of Buddhist. Two his contribution is there. First one you should write down, Sacred Book of East and Sacred Book of Buddhist. To his contribution. And third important personality name I would like to mention, that H. Wilson, and he translated Rig Veda in 1856. And after that, Indian knew their historical past. Means when they studied, they knew about Rig Veda. So they knew about gender equality. There was no class division. Okay, society was very developed society, very pure society. Okay, no any rituals was there, no orthodox systems were existed. So after that, Indian got enlightenment. So these are next point. And dear students, this is point number one. the works of scholars. In that is in these headings I have given three names. First one William Jones, second one Max Muller, third one H.H. Wilson. Okay. After that, many Indians got enlightenment and they have taken lesson from these books, and finally self-reliance and confidence generated amongst the Indians. So this is point number one. Second point, economic policies of the British. I have taught you in my previous lecture many times. I have taught you new land revenue system was introduced by Britishers, and one more policy, one-way free trade policy. By one-way free trade policy, they wanted to ruin the Indian trade and commerce and they ruined the Indian trade and commerce and small scale industries. So what they have done, if British communities coming to India, no tax or minimum tax. If Indian communities going to outside, 400% tax. Means target was there how to destroy Indian trade and Indian factory, small scale industries. And what happened? India became a colony for British finished goods. Now, Western education, Britishers introduced Western education. When Indian got Western education, what happened after that? Indian knew about French Revolution, American Revolution, democracy, okay, and civil liberty, fundamental rights, okay. So Indian got enlightenment that these rights should be given to us because we are also human being, and they knew about the human rights also. And in colonial government, human rights violation going on, so that given enlightenment to Indian, and that led to the rise of nationalism. Next one, Rabindranath Tagore and Subramaniam Bharati, Ram Prasad Bismil gave a boost to the growth of nationalism through their patriotic writing. They wrote in regional language and therefore able to reach for a wide audience. So these are important points. Now, one more point I would like to mention: the introduction of the railway and telegraphs and postal system increased the communication amongst the Indians. English as a common language helped further revolutionary ideas, therefore spread faster across the country. After that, which one very important one that is very important I would like to teach you. Last point, that is some policies made by Britishers. Okay, that is some act Britishers had made that is known as repressive colonial policy. Means they like Arms Act. Means in 1878 Arms Act was passed. According to Arms Act, if any Indian having gun without license, that will be considered offensive act. Means he is a criminal, but it will be not applicable on European. So by this type of discrimination, Indian sentiments hurts, and that generated nationalism. Means anti-British sentiment generated that transformed as a nationalism. And next one, Ilbert Bill. Vernacular Press Act. What was the Vernacular Press Act? It was passed in 1778. According to this one, if any regional newspaper, or vernacular means regional newspaper, editing something, any things against the Britishers or provoking statement, so that press will be seized. But it was not applicable on English newspaper. Okay, so that also hurt the sentiment of Indians. Ilbert Bill. Earlier there was a discrimination judiciary. Means if any dispute will be there between Indian and European, so only British judges are allowed to sort out the dispute. P.C. Ilbert introduced a bill that is known as Ilbert Bill. According to this bill, equality restored. Means if dispute will be there between Indian and European, or European and European, no issue. Indian judges is also there, they can sort out their dispute, they can punish them. When that act was passed, when it spread far and wide, so what happened in London? India means one defense association they had established, and they started agitation against Ilbert Bill. And finally, what happened? Amendment taken place in Ilbert Bill that hurt the educated Indians. And last point, the lowering the age limit of civil services examination. Okay, British government, what they have done? Civil services examination means UPSC type, you should understand. Okay, that imperial civil service examination. So age limit was 18. Sorry, 21. British government decreased this one. Okay, 21 to 19. Why? Because if Indians will not appearing in that examination, why they will be ICS officer? Okay, so that hurt the sentiment of Indians. So these are important causes that led to the rise of nationalism. Thank you.